Okay, so real quick before we get started, I'm a complete idiot. I was in JJK mode right now, but my brain was in One Piece chapter number mode. So when I try to say chapter 177 for Jujutsu Kaisen, I say 1042 instead. When I try to say 176 for Jujutsu Kaisen, I say 1041 instead. I don't know how I uttered those numbers multiple times and didn't notice anything, but I did. I'm an idiot. Never said I wasn't. Hope you guys enjoy it anyway. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, means a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff, not just Jujutsu Kaisen. We cover plenty of manga on the channel, so stick around, check it out, see if anything else catches your interest. But with that being said, we got to get into it because we got a little bit more about Ryu Ishigori in chapter 1042. We got to learn a little bit more about him as a person, about this just vague hunger he has that is annoying. It's a nuisance. He wondered if Yuta could end up being that dessert. By the end of the chapter, he starts to think otherwise. I, for one, believe two things. One, Rika will end up being that dessert that he has been looking for. And two, in general, that dessert, I believe, is simply someone or something to push him to the absolute limit. A fight that will take him to said limit. Going back to chapter 1041 real quick, however, Ryu talks about how Yuta and Uro are over there flirting so much that it's making him hungry. However, what were they really doing during chapter 1041? They were having a pretty high-level fight. Yeah, right when Ryu was talking about this, they were over there having a little chit-chat, a little talk, but it wasn't any kind of flirting, and they were just standing there. I don't think he actually thought they were, kissy face kind of flirting. I think the flirting in this case was them fighting, them having a good fight, and pushing each other. I think Gege Akutami also has a very specific choice of word for Ryu to use in chapter 1041 and again in 1042. After he says, man, they're fighting so much they're making me hungry, he fires off this blast to interrupt their fight. Yuta makes the decision to go after him, and he says, sweet, bring it on, Okotsu. Next, in chapter 1042, when he is specifically explaining this hunger, this vague sense of unsatisfaction that he has, he mentions that the cigarette has a sweet aftertaste. But in his entire life, he has never been full, he has never tasted dessert. I think this use of the word sweet is very intentional by Gege Akutami, because obviously it led into this whole dessert thing, and desserts are typically, you guessed it, sweet. So yeah, he says they're over there flirting while they're over there having a fight without him. He uses the word sweet in particular as soon as Yuta starts to engage him in a fight instead, brings up sweet, this dessert that he's been missing out on, and he starts getting excited and asking Yuta Okotsu if he is going to be his dessert when their fight is really getting going, when they're having this big clash that he knocks Yuta back with. They're getting into an intensified fight. This fight is pushing further and further. He's getting more excited. He can tell that Yuta is a strong opponent. They were both mentally complimenting each other. He was complimenting Yuta on his durability and his massive amount of cursed energy, reinforcing that like some massive water tank that he's pounding on. He's having fun. He's enjoying it. He's thinking that this might be the dessert he's been looking for. To top this off, at the end of the chapter, after Yuta's cursed energy pool is starting to run dry from using so much reverse cursed energy to heal so much, this is what disappoints Ryu. Yuta getting weaker, him getting an advantage in the fight is disappointing, not exciting. Oh no, I'm gonna win the fight, yeah. No, oh, he's getting weaker already. This isn't gonna be fun. He's looking to be pushed. He's looking for somebody to keep going, keep having a good fight with. Somebody to push him to his absolute limit, to taste that sweet taste of fighting for your life on the edge of death. Maybe that is the dessert that Ryu is looking for. I, for one, believe so. And now we're going to have Rika coming in. Someone, something very, very powerful. Exactly what Ryu wants to fight. And on top of this, Ryu has been touted for his cursed energy output. Not his reserves, not the amount that he has at his disposal, but the output. Now, if you are praised for your output, which is very high, but you're not praised for your reserves, that means you can possibly run through them very, very quickly. So, considering Ryu has already been fighting a little bit, he's already been firing off a few of these blasts, he outputted plenty of cursed energy to knock Yuta off the roof with that back clash, elbow, back clash, whatever that thing was. That clash, loved it. Either way, yeah, he's definitely not at 100%, at least when it comes to energy and stamina. Rika has not been doing a whole lot. Rika is fresh. Now, we cannot forget about Uro being there. She has been incredibly impressive in her own right. Now, it is possible Ryu might come to the realization that it's not someone that he's been looking for, it's something. The fight in general. It doesn't have to be a 1v1, maybe just a fight in general that pushes him to that absolute limit. But I do think it would be kind of enjoyable if Ryu ends up, after all of this is said and done, looking at Rika as that dessert. Possibly Rika finishes him off, or is the reason he is going to die. Like, has that slow send-off, I guess, where they get to talk a little bit like Reggie did with Megami. Maybe him and Yuta had some talk. They weren't, like, malicious towards each other. Ryu's just trying to have a good fight. He doesn't hate Yuta or anything. Either way, yeah, I think it would be kind of interesting if he looked at Rika that way, because he's also mentioned that he met a good woman. Now, in the fan translation, it said, I've met good women. I've fought staunch men. I've met good women. In the official translation, I can't remember what it was about the men. It was strong men, staunch men, whatever. And I met a good woman. So he had a good woman. The woman he probably loved, maybe married, whatever it is like that. So, with this whole ring thing and marriage between Yuta and Rika, not like an actual, like, say your vows marriage, but yeah, we all get it. Either way, with all of that, it would come down to it, and I would love a scene where Ryu looks at Yuta like, you have a good woman. You found a good woman. You could even get a moment after Ryu says you found a good woman, Akotsu, that he could put his hand on Rika's head, like, I know she always protects me, or whatever you want to do with it. Like I said, good writer, does good stuff with it. Me, not a writer at all, just whatever, does headcanon stuff with it. Either way, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this idea. I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely really like Ryu and what Gege Akutami's done with him. It's definitely been very enjoyable. I've enjoyed Uro as well. This whole gauntlet that Yuta's been running through, been absolutely fire. So yeah, this has all been fun. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me about what that dessert he's been looking for is? I've actually seen a few different takes on it. This one, I think I'm firmly stuck on it. It is a good fight, or someone to push him to that limit, or that kind of tropey type of good fight stuff. Because of the whole Yuta looking weaker, looking like he's worn down, that upsetting Ryu, like, oh, I guess you're not the dessert I've been looking for. The fact that they were flirting in an entire chapter where they were mainly fighting, him saying, oh, sweet, getting excited when Yuta comes after him, the whole sweet thing with the sweet, the cigarette, and yada, 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 leading into the dessert. Yeah, I've rambled enough, though. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.